Hi, I'm Natalia,
And I'm Leslie Marie,
and this is a We Are Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear. We are back and better than ever.
Back to the beginning.
More like back and hotter than ever.
No, it's been hot.
Because it's literally been like over 90 degrees.
Too hot.
It's really hot.
But when it comes to running, girlies run in the morning, bright and early before that sun comes out, or late at night when the sun is setting.
Sunscreen. Right.
Use sunscreen.
Did we film this episode before?
Yes.
Was it not in the car?
Yes.
Did it also not end up working out like last time?
Yes.
Yep. You know what? The car is our safe space.
Yes.
This is where we chat. This is where we yap. This is where...
It's Yappin' City. It says, location, Yap City.
Yes.
All the way.
All the way. All right.
All the way there.
Also, new hair.
New hair. Yeah, new hair. See, in the last episode of last season, I had it much shorter.
And it's
in
grown
this
out.
one, it's grown out. It's been what?
3 months?
4
months?
3-4 months. I have
cut because that's when I started the job that now I'm 5 months.
Leslie has like in a year gone through like 3 jobs.
Yeah.
And I still am the same one. They're saying, oh yeah, so now I have bangs. The bangs are hidden because I did a slick back.
They're banging.
I did a slick black. I did a slick back.
But.
And right now I was like, this hairdo is not giving Cottagecore, so I was like, let me just put it down. So my hair's a little bit.
The episode, Natalie. They know.
They know by the title.
I know.
This is why they clicked on it. They said, I'm gonna give it a listen.
What is your fit like today?
I will tell you because from my
it's giving COVID.
It is because I went on a run, so I have my workout leggings underneath.
Yep.
My shorts, my biker shorts. But on top, and so I had a slick back for running. Got to take it out for Cottagecore, as we know. So I have this little headscarf that I got at the Rose Bowl flea market in Pasadena.
We love
Just
her.
wanna say it. This person, I love them. I always know where they're at because they sell their like scarves, like multiple scarves for like $1, $2.
We love them.
They have lace, they have aprons, all this stuff, different price ranges, but I always go for the headscarves. So this is like a little pink, like greenish, like it's giving like your grandma's couch.
Yes, in the 90s.
In the 90s, with little florals going on.
But we like it.
I have this Brandy Melville.
Yep.
Minty green tee. What would you call it? Like a collar tee?
Yeah, collared button up.
It's just a quarter button up. Not a...
Wow.
Yeah,
She's getting technical.
I worked in retail for a year now. I know my terms.
We love
it. Zipped, quarter button up.
Whatever.
What are you wearing?
I am wearing this Anthropologie Peter Pan collar, and it has embroidered flowers on it. It's like a little button up. I'm obsessed with her. Underneath, I'm wearing... Yeah, it has puff sleeves, which I'm obsessed. Under it, I'm wearing the Dusk from Reformation, which I love that t-shirt so much.
What I want to know more is that hair. Who did that hair?
Natalie did my hair.
Oh,
we're going
Natalia,
for a pinky peach vibe. So it's still on theme with the the colors
of the podcast.
Yeah, and I mean I don't know how long we're gonna keep up because I feel like blonde is where it's at, but I'm liking it for now.
Some spring/summer this was your fun little color that you decided to venture out. She was like, go all blonde. She's like, before I do that, let me get a little pink.
And I it's like a peachy pink. I wanted to do more peachy. I think on screen it's coming off a little bit more pink, which is fine.
Yeah, but in person it is peach.
Yeah. And then I'm wearing my baggy dad jeans that I'm obsessed with from Aritzia.
Aritzia.
Literally run to your nearest Aritzia and try these jeans on.
In every single color.
So comfortable. I have them in every single color so far. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. They're great. And then I have my little loafers. I thought it would go with Cottagecore.
Doc Martens.
They're the Doc Marten ones. But, guys, this is it. We went to the Roadrunner store. Natalie got her hookahs, so did I.
Hookahs?
Is that what they're called?
I thought they were called hookahs.
Whatever. Yeah, the running shoes. But the game changer are the insoles. The personalized insoles. I didn't understand it before. Tell me why I took out the insoles from my Docs and I put those in. I've been wearing them all day. No blisters, no pain. It's been amazing.
That's all to do with that, yeah.
It's amazing. And I was literally working for 8 hours straight.
Yeah. I need to test them
not straight.
I need to test them in my work shoes that I have.
Yeah.
But
amazing.
I mean, when it comes to running, guys, like my dad used to say, no soy yo, son los zapatos. It's not me, it's the shoes. Because I literally ran 5 miles.
She flew.
In 50 minutes and set a new mile PR of 8 minutes, bitches. Oh, sorry. 8 minutes.
So she's
my
a
newest
runner,
high.
she's a track star.
So, you know, if you see me, I'm zooming.
They probably won't see you. That's how fast you're going.
Yeah. They just feel a gush of air, like,
yeah.
You
Is
know?
that the Flash? No, it's Natalie.
I know,
with her new shoes.
It's Natalia. With the hookahs, hakas.
The hakas.
The
hakas.
The cock-a-doodle-doos. The yapping shoes.
Yeah.
Because I got to run to go yap to someone.
Look at her little yapper self.
Yapping.
All right. Has nothing to do with the episode.
Yes, it does. Because it is a total opposite of what the vibe of Cottagecore. Mm-hmm. Can you tell we ourselves are not Cottagecore?
I mean, we're trying to embody it today in the episode, but
just the episode.
I also have my little braids.
I feel like, if anyone, I feel like you lean towards it a little bit more than me. I'm just saying.
All right.
Do you remember the breakdown?
Cottagecore.
What is Cottagecore, guys?
Do you want to talk about Natalie? What is a Cottagecore?
Cottagecore in fashion.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
It's an aesthetic that romanticizes a simple. Lean back with Nancy.
Lean back with
a simple, rural life.
Okay.
Inspired by cottage living. If you still are like, okay, what the F does that mean, Natalie? Mm-hmm. It basically means, did y'all watch Little House on the Prairie? Did y'all watch Annie with an E?
That's what it's giving.
Are you guys all obsessed with Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice in the film 2005?
Yes. Yes, we are.
That is what Cottagecore is.
Yeah.
In a full circle moment. It embodies it.
Yeah. It's like a simple life.
Simple life.
You're in tune with
I'm 27.
nature.
I have no prospect. I have no...
Okay.
I am not 27. I am 24.
Okay.
So I don't deal with that.
All right. More about nostalgia, living close to nature, and
embracing nature. Becoming literally one with nature.
Yeah. I also feel like it's giving a little bit of fairy, you know? That's a whole other thing, but like that kind of vibe.
Yes.
Let's see. So for some key elements within the Cottagecore fashion, right? We have a lot of natural fabrics, which would be your cotton, your linen, your wool. I
feel like a lot of lace trimmings.
Crocheting.
I feel especially like when it comes to like the dresses and then like the decor in the homes. Like you have like that one in the middle of like the table, and then you have
that
like
one's crocheted,
and then you have like a little like ceramic like pot or something like that. You know,
it's also giving a little bit of like Animal Crossing. Remember like when you would decorate?
2020, guys, when we were in that pandemic, we were all getting those Nintendo Switches and playing Animal Crossing.
That was wild.
And building these towns.
Yeah, I feel like so another thing that it's really much like the vibe or the aesthetic, I feel like there's plaid, but the plaid I would say has like soft colors and prints.
Muted, yeah.
Yeah, almost like the headscarf that you're wearing, right? It's not intense. Yes. There's also floral, I would say.
I feel like, and the prints of the floral, which has a lot to do with, as a graphic designer, as a graphic designer, the florals are not like big prints of the florals.
Yeah.
I feel like they're more of like a medium to a smaller size. Because I feel like the big prints of florals are overwhelming and give off a little bit of a coquette vibe.
I feel like it's more dainty, right?
More dainty. Where the medium and the smaller sizes are very much of a cottagecore. It's again a simple like lifestyle. So it's like a simple like dress, a simple floral print type of stuff.
I feel like it's also very popular during spring season, but also fall season.
Yeah, especially I feel like spring is like more of the clothing, where I feel like in fall it's more of the decor in the home.
Yeah,
because it's like the weather's cooling, you want to spend more time outside, enjoy the sunset, it's fresh. Like
I think also like the layering aspect of layering, like maybe like a wool like sweater, but then you also have like a crocheted vest or something on top of it. I feel like all of those elements make it for the fall time, I would say. I think that's also the vibe that it kind of gives for this.
Where I feel like for when it's like the spring-ish type, you have like the sun hats because the sun's out. You have like the baskets, like the straw baskets. That I used to collect.
Natalie
I love those. I love those. I had so many of them because they were so cute. You have like handkerchiefs. You have like headscarves. I feel like you have a lot of like vintage pieces, and that's like pearls or like that simple like heart locket, or even like a little like those just like pendant type of ones, like very simple, like it's not anything like
overwhelming,
exaggerated.
It's almost giving like if they're little trinkets, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the vibe. I feel like
Aprons.
Also and like how you said, like crocheting, lace, like those elements are shown. Even like it'll be like ribbon for the necklace type of vibe,
which is very much again like Annie with an E. Like the girls when they go to the school, like the colors that they wear, the hats that they wear, like all that stuff. I feel like that is kind of what like the element of like cottagecore is. But it's like embodying it and embracing it with the times now and everything like that.
I feel like even when you said that when they go to school, I feel like most of them were wearing like flats or loafers, which is very much like a Oxford type of shoe for school.
Ribbons,
but I feel like it works with that. So I feel like for footwear, it would be like vintage or even like vintagey boots, but they're like the short ones, right? Like I feel like those are really like the footwear that makes its way into the cottagecore element.
It's like a very like, sorry to cut you off. It's like a very like Peter Pan type of loafer, like a what is it? The like ballerina flat. Like where the front of it is like more of like a pointier type of shoe.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But it's still like a loafer.
It's a loafer, or it's like that. It's like either rounded or it's a little bit like
and it's
pointy.
Like almost like it has like the shoelaces, but it'll only be like 3 little.
That's what I feel like it gives. Even now, like people wearing that, I feel like they wear more of like that, or like the Docs, or like Mary Janes, and like all this
Mary
stuff.
Janes. I feel like those are big ones. Even like, I don't know if entirely ballerina flats, but there are like flats that almost look like loafers. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like it's very whimsical, very like natural. Again, it has to do with like one with nature, so a lot of like natural fibers and like fabrics, a lot of handmade stuff like crocheting, even like the lace detailing. I feel like that trimming. That really emphasizes what it means to be cottagecore.
Very like matte, like especially like the skirts, like
maxi skirts,
like the layered. I think of it like as a cake. It's like the different layers.
I feel like it's like things you would wear to like a picnic.
Yeah,
that's the vibe. That is
like
in
those ones that you sit on like in a garden. And it's like that wooden table. It's like close to the floor, and then people like decorate it with flowers and like all this stuff. I feel like that's kind of like
in the middle of the forest.
You guys know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
you guys know what I'm saying.
I feel like that's definitely what cottagecore is about. Yeah. All right. Now, for the history of cottagecore, where does it come from?
I want everyone to applaud to Tumblr.
Yay! Remember
Tumblr was something in the 2010s, early 2010s, guys.
That is wild.
This was our Pinterest before Pinterest.
Yep. This was our Instagram before Instagram.
Think about it. I feel like that's where a lot of lookbooks happen, a lot of this. And, like, from there, that's when you got, like, the OG YouTubers type of thing. Because it was, like, that was a little blog post that they do. They forgot about that. They said, bye-bye, we're on Instagram, whatever. Anyways, but do not confuse it with hipster.
Yes. I feel like that's another thing. I feel like you could go to the... like a little bit of hipster, but I feel like that's a whole entire different
genre. I feel like it's similar to when we were talking about punk. We were like punk and grunge and emo are 3 different, but yet we all kind of
associate them
as one another. It gained its popularity over the years, especially within, like how we said, the fashion, the lifestyle, and then now the social media spheres, where by social media we mean like the photos that you take, the filters that you choose, the layout that you do for your pictures.
Or even like, I know there's that girl that like bakes,
the ballerina farm,
and she like, that is giving cottagecore. Her whole aesthetic, her whole vibe, her kitchen, and it's like it's kind of nice because it's like you're escaping into that, like as you're watching her type of vibe,
and that's like very much her lifestyle. Especially when she makes like the loaves, like she makes like a sourdough, and then sometimes she makes like grilled cheeses with it, and she makes the cheese, and then like the tomato soup I think she made as well for the kids. I was so good. I was like, girl, invite me. Like I will eat that.
Sorry, another one too that I keep thinking of right now that you said that's like really relaxing. There's this, I think they're on TikTok too, but I saw the YouTube video. It's like a L'escargot or something like that is called, the page. And she does book bindings. So she'll take old books and basically use those as bindings to make new books. So it could be books, sketchbooks. That process is so therapeutic, and all of the books are like books that are giving cottagecore, and she sells them. She makes them, she sells them, and it'll be like hour-long videos. Tell me why they're so relaxing to watch.
Those are things that
with
not
like her fountain pens too, I think, or something.
Like not in a bad way, but those are things that like soothe me and put me to sleep.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. I'm not saying in a bad way, it's boring. Like in a thing like it's like it kind of like, again, what cottagecore is. It's like you like slow down. You like, it slowly goes.
So I think it's so interesting that like social media has also like opened that kind of like
aesthetic. And like trend.
Yeah.
Another one, when you're talking about like book bindings, there's this person that does like scrapbooking, and it does every like video that they upload is like a different theme, and I love it because like the way that she has like all these scrapbookings and like everything like to do it, like it's giving very much like cottagecore. Like for me in my head, I'm
even
thinking,
the filter that she uses for her video. Yeah.
Even in my head, I feel like I wonder if back in the Little House on the Prairie times, they were doing scrapbooks like that. Yeah. But instead of it being stickers on stuff, it was actually like plans. It was like sketches that they would do, or like if they would get a postcard, they would cut I
feel like that's also interesting because back then, obviously, they didn't have social media.
No.
So it's not like they all knew that they were doing it, but yet now it's like it could be something that you like look up and you're like, oh, all of this is cottagecore. I think that's so interesting. That like I think that's why there's so many trends, because you're more aware of the trends.
Yeah. Thanks to TikTok,
it evolves.
Like we evolve, and it's also this thing where I understand that like fashion trends come and go, but I feel like for some reason this year there has been so many fashion trends, yet it doesn't seem like you're behind on a trend.
No.
Even if it's like this trend happened like the beginning of the year, but you're still dressing like it's not behind, because it's you're taking your own spin on it. And like no one's judging you. They're just like, oh my god, I love your outfit. Like I love your style. Like for us, I feel now like it's like more compliments on that.
The more unique, the better.
Yeah.
And there's elements from every single trend that you kind of like do, like. Because one day you could want to be cottagecore, but one day you could want to be coquette, and it doesn't matter. It's like still fun,
but it's like your spin on.
But it's your spin on it.
Niche.
So I think like your niche on it. I feel like another thing that you had mentioned too was like the garden vibe.
Yes.
I feel like when it comes to the elements of like living a slow life with cottagecore, obviously, like on social media, there's even like the pick like stuff from my garden type of vibes.
Oh yeah, that one that you would show me.
Yeah, like that they're like do their haul, which I feel like that not only emphasizes what cottagecore is trying to like do, but it also shows you a bit more of like the sustainability side, because it's very much of like you DIY your garments, you make them, you crochet them, but also even with like what you eat and the way you preserve it, because like there's like videos of like how do you preserve this vegetable and this and that, and it's interesting that all of that has to falls under cottagecore, in the sense that it has to do with all aspects of living, of what you wear, what you're eating, how you're living. I think it's just like
escaping.
deeper than a trend.
Yeah, like it's the whole term of cottagecore. It's like, yes, a slow life, but in the modern like world type of thing, you're slowing down, but it's like you're slowing down for yourself's sake.
Exactly.
To like enjoy every single moment type of thing. And I think that is something that like these are the influences that cottagecore kind of gives.
I think it's also nice in the sense that it shows the craftsmanship of things, because I feel like since you have time to craft, it's a thing where, I don't know, like the hour-long video of bookbinding, the how you said scrapbooking. There's people who do crochet. There's people who sew. There's people, and so it's like because you're living a slower life. You're also getting to enjoy these crafts in their entirety, and it's like you're doing it not for the sake of like making it, but like for, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not for the end goal, it's for the process. Do you get what I'm saying? Which is so nice and refreshing, because I feel like when you're living this fast pace in the city, it's like, I want to get to the end goal. But with this, it's like, I can enjoy the process, and it can take however long it takes. It could be a week, it could be an hour, it could be a month. But it's like, you're investing time in it daily, I think. Which is so interesting.
Now, aside from social media, we will try to wrap this up a little bit quicker because the sun loved us. So, aside from social media, what was the other word you said?
TV shows.
TV shows.
I feel like also music.
Another big thing is music. I think that's another form that we might be into the whole cottagecore living. And I feel like music, the big thing is like more of like folk and like indie music. I feel like, you know,
who's the queen?
I gotta talk about her.
Who's the queen?
Miss Taylor Swift has this thing of being able to jump from genre to genre and it being good.
Folklore.
We were talking about the sister albums, Folklore and Evermore.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They both give a mix about folk and indie type of music.
I feel like specifically the song 7.
Yes.
By her. Yeah.
7. You have 7. I feel like Willow. You have the Right Where You Left Me, you know, like
even the albums, the covers of it.
And like the whole aesthetic in the music videos too, and the ones that she did, I think those are like a great example of that. Of course, not excluding other artists, like for instance, I would have to say Gabrielle Aplin. For those who do know her, I feel like her
English
first
Rain,
English Rain was giving very much. Which, again, like, going back to the history that we didn't really talk too much about, but, like, just remembering that this was something that was, like, in the 19th century. That was very much of, like, an English traditional type of lifestyle. And I feel like that album of hers kind of gave off that vibe without even us, like, knowing too much of it.
You know who else, when you said that? I feel like Birdie.
Yes.
Specifically when it came to her, I think during COVID, she did songs that were grouped for the different zodiac signs.
I'm pretty sure they're still there. So if you love Birdie, I would go ahead and search your zodiac sign. Because that became a thing during COVID. And, you know, I have this playlist. It's called Shut Up, I'm Painting a Masterpiece. And in that playlist, I have, like, Adele. I have, like, some of Billie Eilish's songs. I have Birdie. I have Gabrielle Aplin. And not just specifically from her first album, or I don't think it's her
other albums.
From other albums, you know, like other albums that there is. I have, like, Rhodes. I have, like, I
feel like also the Sage Green playlist that you have.
Yes, Sage Green and Coffee.
Yeah, that one also gives very cottagecore. I feel like that's the music element. I think when it comes to the fashion element of it, I feel like the aesthetic is very much emphasized by the vintage elements of it, the natural materials, like we said. And so when it comes to a brand, the first one I think of, or like a design house, is Rodarte.
Yes.
I feel like it's iconic because there's a lot of florals, the dresses, the gowns. In every collection, you will see a bit of that cottagecore aesthetic shining through.
Which pictures will be shown.
Also Brock collection. I feel like their florals and their silhouettes are also very much giving that cottagecore vibe. And it's also in a way like elegant but whimsical. Like I feel like that's one of the top ones. Zimmerman also has a few items which like we'll show you guys. that give off that. Even when it comes to like their knits or like their sweaters. We also have Doen, which Doen I feel like it embodies the essence of cottagecore through their like nostalgic and through their prints. I feel like that's also like very well known. And then the last one would be Gucci, and the first one that comes to my mind is the Harry Styles one.
The one, remember, it's your grandma's couch.
Yeah, that he's wearing the suit and it's the floral print.
That's how I pulled the thing. That's how I kind of feel with this scarf. Like that's what it's giving.
That's what it's giving.
You know?
Yeah. I also feel like even with their perfumes, the floral ones,
those are pretty.
They're pretty and they smell amazing. The pink one,
I smell expensive. That's what we're trying to reach, you know.
And I feel like Alessandro did an amazing job when it came to doing those elements, especially when he was like dressing celebrities, or like when he went to the Met Gala, type of stuff like that. Like you saw kind of a bit of cottagecore, still in its own way, its own spin, a little bit edgier, but you see a little elements of that, and it goes beyond like the florals type of vibes. It's very much the silhouettes. But yeah, I feel like that embodies cottagecore and how we see it in fashion. Yeah,
I think it's like a lot to do with like creativity, and that has a lot to do with like the fashion part. I feel like the music part, the lyrics, you know,
because it all inspires you.
Crafts, like all this stuff, you know, it all inspires you. And then without you thinking about it, you kind of have to take time to take in what you're doing, what you're listening to, what you're seeing, you know, like, so it's like, it's there, guys. It's a big picture is right there.
So if cottagecore brings you anything, I feel like it just to remind you, slow down, take it easy.
Slow down, you crazy child.
Isn't it slow down, you're doing fine? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. You gotta move up.
I'm gonna check it, but you can go check it.
No, I feel like that would like my take on this.
No. It starts with, slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But if you're so smart, tell me why you are still so afraid.
Billy Joel, I'm so sorry that we butchered
slow
your song.
Down,
but we love you.
Crazy child. Crazy child.
Yeah, so
I felt something watching it during 13 going on 30.
Oh, tears.
You can barely see half.
Oh my gosh, I'm close to that age, Natalie. And now I understand that movie in a deeper level. Anyways,
that is it for our episode.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We're so excited about season 2.
We have so many things coming, guys.
Surprises.
Follow us on our social medias, on Instagram at We Are Fashionably Late with 2 E's.
Yes, please show a lot of love on socials. I feel like we see you guys here with the audience, like when you listen. But I feel like also, jump over to our social media.
Got some cool things going. I work a lot on the graphics because I really like
on the videos. Please.
See you next week.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to leave us a review and to share this podcast with your loved ones, acquaintances, and really just anybody and everybody who will listen.
We'll be releasing a new episode every Wednesday and YouTube videos every Sunday. Also, you can follow us on our Instagram at We Are Fashionably Late with 2 E's at the end for more behind the scenes content.
Send you guys lots of love and virtual hugs. Can't wait to see you guys next week.
Bye.